I'm going to tell you why I think that this Traxxas 4Tech 2.0 is actually a piece of garbage. It is so poorly built in so many areas. I am so disappointed with this purchase. One of the first things that I'm going to point out is how much slack there is in the suspension. That's the front end. I go to the back end. Very similar, if not worse. I wanted to increase the steering angle so that I could actually have a little bit of a better drift car. And so I ended up machining off the little knobs that are down on this little post down in here. I bought the Traxxas CV joint that you can see that is installed there. It's the new one. And I'm going to show you why, here again, this Traxxas car is so poorly built and so poorly engineered. So I have the car set up, I have the controller on. I'm going to show you that it works like this, it's fine. It actually goes to the full steering, right? And then you give it, so you won't be able to hear me through this, but I'll give it gas, you'll hear that it's nice and smooth, but at full steering, you'll hear a very nasty vibration. And it's because the CV joints are actually not engineered properly for the amount of steering angle, and I followed the instructions from Traxxas to the letter. You can actually see an enormous amount of vibration that's going on there. It's terrible. It's awful. I do not recommend buying this car, let alone this the CV joint axis upgrade for this vehicle. I've spent a lot of money on this. I'm super disappointed with the Traxxas 4Tech 2.0. Don't buy it. If you want a good car, buy something else, but don't buy this vehicle. This vibration issue that I had was kind of the final straw in having me decide to send the vehicle in. I'm going to note all of the issues that I had with this car previous to the vibration problem that developed when I put in the CV joints. So the first issue was that I had some tire delamination on the what are they? The drift tires that you can get for the Traxxas. If you note, you can see glue all the way around here. And when I first bought these tires, they didn't come with any glue. So 3 of the tires within 1 minute of driving delaminated from the rim. The second issue that I had was steering. When I would hit the throttle, I would have no steering whatsoever. So that essentially rendered the car kind of useless. And that was a random thing. I would turn on and off the controller, and it either had steering or it didn't have steering. The third issue that I had was that I couldn't reset the steering servo to go full max steering. So when I was actually steering the car left and right, it actually wouldn't allow me to go full max. Right? So I thought, okay, well, let's reset the servo so that it just goes full, and then I can set my limits. Nope, couldn't do it. Reset the limits and absolutely nothing happened, or nothing increased in the steering range of motion. So the fourth issue that I had was that massive vibration in the steering. That was really the final straw. I ended up contacting support. They told me to send the vehicle into them and they would have it looked at. The lead technician looked at it and decided that there was a problem with the controller. So they replaced the controller on the vehicle, and so that likely solved all of the no steering when you hit the throttle and so on and so forth. He also looked at the front steering and noted that there was no issues with the front steering with the CV joints. I clearly showed you the video where it shows a massive amount of vibration that's created, and I guess they feel as though this is normal, which it's not. This is just not. This vehicle is just not designed with a proper CV joint that doesn't bind. I'm very, very disappointed that they ended up sending me the car back without having fixed that. I have yet to try the car to see if there's any issues with the controller. Nonetheless, again, I say this, I would strongly caution you in purchasing this vehicle. I think that there's far better ones on the market for similar pricing.